Alright, welcome back to another stream of Hogwarts Legacy with our first playthrough of the game and our Hufflepuff character. Gonna continue today with jumping into the second half of the main story because we're about halfway through at this point.
You want forgiveness? Get religion.
No thanks. Hey there, Derry, welcome in. Thank you for joining. And yeah, let's get back into this. Currently at level 15. With about 10 hours played. And yeah, we just recently unlocked the Room of Requirement. But we can still spend quite a bit of time renovating and decorating and stuff. But I'm gonna do that until we visit the room. Or have like a reason to visit it again, I guess. For now, let's have a look over at the quest log and see what's available to us. Okay, so we have some assignments here. With the Gobson quest and the main story. I think I'm gonna start with the main story here, the map chamber. Now that Professor Fig has returned, I'm excited to show him the missing pages and the secret map chamber I found below the school.
Revelio.
I'm like standing on something here, but might be below or above us or something.
Accio. Revelio.
Yeah, no idea. Guess I could go further up to see if it's maybe there. Ah, okay, so that's a quest, actually. Oh, in that case, we're gonna skip on that for now.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Eldridge Diggory's portrait in the common room told me about his great niece, Helen.
His great niece?
Yes, she used to be an Auror. Well... she took me to Azkaban to meet Anne Thisbe.
You went to Azkaban?
Quite an experience. But you see, Anne knew Richard Jackdaw before he died, so I had to find his ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves.
freaking peace.
To think it was beneath us all this time. This looks promising. Map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
What are you talking about? I feel like there's much mystery about Professor Fig, you know, like why he's interested in this in the first place, why he's so interested in us. I mean, obviously he's interested in us because of us being able to wield ancient magic. But also why he's keeping all of his secrets from Hogwarts, you know, and the other professors and stuff. Because I imagine he's not putting himself in the best of situations here, you know, just going there without telling the headmaster or anyone else. Wouldn't surprise me if he actually loses his job over this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
You and your friend Charles spoke of the port key and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
I mean, if I wouldn't trust Professor Fig, I didn't wanna bring him to this place, would I? But yeah. Asking the obvious, I guess.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
Alrighty.
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you have done that, come and see me.
A task, huh? Pop balloons over Hogsmeade Station and around the Quidditch pitch. I mean, let's go to Hogsmeade, I guess, and start there, maybe. Because a freezing spell sounds pretty nice, actually.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Greetings. Please, take your time looking about. Let me guess, you're after something fresh.
Okay, I guess I could actually sell some items, yeah?
You've a good head for business, haven't you?
Oh, this is actually better than what I have currently. Same for the gloves, yeah?
No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Let's have a look here. I'll go for these, but I'm gonna disable the look. As for face bar, I don't have anything better there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the hat that I currently have because it already has a trait, I guess, which increases ancient magic meter fill rate. So they told us to pop the balloons above Hogsmeade, right? But where are they? That's the question. Let's actually head over here to the spin which is sporting needs. I want to see if I can upgrade my broom maybe.
You're back! Nice to see you again. What are we looking for today?
Okay, so I can only buy different designs here, but I can't buy any upgrades yet, apparently. Fair enough, I guess.
Nice doing business with you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I'm Clementine, Willardsey, charmed. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near the edge of the forest. Whenever I come near, they fly off into it. When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told horrible stories about it, and I've had an irrationally intense fear of it ever since. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest. You couldn't possibly find out, could you?
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes, if you wouldn't mind.
Reminds me of the second Harry Potter movie, when they have to follow the spiders, like Ron and Harry. And Ron is like, why can't we follow the butterflies? Ava Goody, welcome in.
Very well. If I have time, I shall see where they lead.
Oh, how kind. Students these days have so much more courage than I ever did. You can usually find me right around here. I hope to see you soon. Don't forget, the butterflies always seem to be on the fringes of the Forbidden Forest. Good luck.
Spiders. Yeah, not a particular big fan of spiders.
There they are. She wasn't making it up.
Lumos.
Well, we've come this far. Miss Willardsey might get an answer about these butterflies. Well, well. Look what we have here.
That is it? Just loot a chest. Fair enough, I guess.
Incendio! Accio! Potato! Superfly! Levioso! Stupefy! Accio!
You let Nora Treadwell go, didn't you? You're about to wish you hadn't.
Incendio! Potato! Stupefy! Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Confringo! Incendio!
Wonder what we have to do to make this symbol here disappear, like the spider lair, I guess it is. Maybe kill like all of the spiders in the vicinity.
Accio! Levioso! Confringo! Accio! Cursed fiends.
Or maybe the symbol just stays there,
Revelio.
no matter what.
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterflies.
Hello, Miss Willardsey.
Well, what happened? Did you find them?
They led me into the forest and revealed a treasure.
Oh, how lovely! I'm glad you were rewarded for your efforts. Perhaps one day I'll be able to bring myself to go into the forest. For now, I'm happy simply knowing there's something so lovely to see, should I dare.
Accio!
Accio owl. Again, the owl won't be too pleased about that.
Revelio.
Come on inside. Oh, watch yourself, though. Let's have you leave here alive.
Such a wee bairn gieing a thrashing to a troll. Oh, I can't believe it.
Lumos. Revelio.
Dogweed and the Deathcap tree. This large tree with winding branches supports the sharp dogweed and Deathcap. Oh yeah, we now have reached level 16, which means we can actually get some new abilities actually. But only unlock on level 16 as well. But these only unlock once you actually have the skills unlocked, which we don't. Let's have a look at the dark arts here. Could increase the curse, but I haven't really focused on that and don't really intend to either. We can add a new spell set. Increase range of Revelio. Now that sounds good. Basic cast impacts on airborne enemies contribute more to the ancient magic meter. Okay, what else? I have no idea why this is called the Room of Requirements skill tree. Because it's just about potions and plans. I mean, yeah, you can craft potions and plans in the Room of Requirement, but you can also do that somewhere else, you know. Should have just called this like the Alchemy tree or something. Bit of a weird way of naming it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go for this one. Blocking a spell with Perfect Protego will send 2 projectiles back at enemies. And I'm gonna leave the last skill point. Let's see. Maybe Confringo actually. That sounds nice. Alrighty.
Compulso! Accio!
Are these the balloons that we're talking about? I reckon so. Oder there's a flue flame here.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt. I know a Merlin.
They come after me, they'll rest in 10 graves.
I have to, like, not only can I not touch the ground, I can't jump on any other structure, I guess. Enough. Jesus. I mean, if jumping mechanic's actually good, then I wouldn't mind this. I found. I guess, you know, I just try to kind of like not leap too much forward, but he just decides to jump off. I swear.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
The curiosity they teach at Hogwarts will not serve you well.
Intriguing place, Sanbakar's tower. Nothing new, I'd imagine. No,
Over here.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our arrival.
I didn't touch your helm. But thank
Quickly now. Stay hidden and cast Petrificus Totalis.
how. It's not like we learned that spell yet, did we? We just have to get close enough and then X.
Petrificus totalis.
Fair enough.
Well done.
There must be something here. Ramrock said so. You ought to cut back on pudding. I took you for a troll the other day.
When the war is over, goblins will rule over wizards at last.
There must be something here. Ramrock said so.
Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
Most goblins in my family worked in the mines at one time or other.
Petrificus totalis. Revelio. Petrificus totalis.
Okay.
Revelio.
So what exactly do I have to interact with then?
Petrificus
Someone
totalis.
there?
Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
Hey there, Maximum. Welcome in. Oh.
I will draw blood.
Pity. Not quite. Deposit. I've been fighting since before you were born.
You can't stop us.
You won't stop me. Prepare to surrender now. Incendio. Confringo.
Okay, so can we go into the tower now?
Entrance.
It's locked.
No, it's not.
An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Yes, please. Because we've been coming over so many doors or chests that have been kind of like a lock-picking mechanic that we couldn't open. And we're already like halfway through the game at this point, so I think it's about time we actually learn it. How's it going? How are you enjoying AC with Harry Potter skins? You mean Hogwarts Legacy? Yeah, it's pretty good. Definitely reminiscent of like Ubisoft style open world games, that's for sure. Also with like the collectibles and side activities and just the general way it's structured. But yeah, it's going pretty good. Definitely enjoying this game overall. Definitely a fan of the Harry Potter universe, so it's great to be able to play it, like play in the universe, I guess. It isn't like something groundbreaking or anything, but it definitely hits the spot in lots of ways, I would say. But yeah. Glad to hear that you also enjoy this game for Maximum. Hey there, Elizarin, welcome in too. You haven't played this game yourself, how far in are you and have you been enjoying it? Thinking of wish listing it and maybe getting it when it's on sale. So I'm currently about halfway through. I think I'm currently on like mission about 2021 and that's about 43 total. And yeah, I've been definitely enjoying it. I would say if you're a fan of the universe, then this one is definitely worth checking out. Again, definitely not anything groundbreaking, and I would say it's kind of like more of a typical open world game. But if you like the, you know, universe, then there's like lots to enjoy about this game too. And yeah, I would definitely say wait until it's on sale, and then you can definitely be confident in getting it for sure. But yeah, it's not a game I would pay full price for, to be honest. Big fan of universe yourself? Yeah. I definitely grew up with the books and the movies quite a lot, and read and watched all of them quite passionately. I think my favorite movie is still the third one. Hey there, Absolution, welcome in.
Revelio.
I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries. Never seen an enchantment last this long.
Read the books many times and you like open worlds, that's a good start. Definitely, yeah. I mean, if that's the case, then you can definitely get it on sale, I would say.
Welcome to Sanbakar's Tower.
Hello, Professor. Did you say Sanbakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter, though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Command it to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber. A reservoir of ancient magic, downstairs, near the entry.
Hey there, Alessandra, welcome in. You love a word, hate the author, but nothing new there. Got the same with Tolkien. Oh yeah? I didn't know that Tolkien was also more controversial. Then again, I haven't really read the Lord of the Rings books or anything. The only Tolkien book that I actually read was The Hobbit, because I wanted to compare it to the movies, and yeah, it was kind of ridiculous, right? Given it's like a children's book, that it's rather short. Then they made like an entirely trilogy out of it. Yeah, gotta milk the cash cow, I guess. Was a Nazi sympathizer. Really? I had no idea. Eva Molle, welcome in. Good afternoon to you. Doesn't make his work less amazing, Wu. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, somebody can be a complete arsehole and still create something for people to enjoy. I mean, obviously, if the person believes are kind of like influencing whatever they're creating so much so that it's kind of like an agenda or propaganda, it has to be viewed together, I guess. But I would say often it's not necessarily the case, you know. So I think it's always good to make a distinction, I guess.
Revelio. I've seen
time
this
for
before.
first trial.
Gringotts and the restricted section. Revelio.
I heard this one is a bit tougher, so gotta prepare ourselves here. At least we have 12 Wiggenweld potions, so we have some good healing opportunities.
That must have done something. Best have a look around. More traces of ancient magic. Something must be different. Revelio.
This reminds me a little bit of Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, because you also had gates in that game that could like change completely what's behind. Sasuke Valhalla also used a similar mechanic in the Jotunheim areas, actually.
Revelio. These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time. Potato! Stupefy! Levioso! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Potato! Accio! Levioso! Confringo!
Yeah, that wasn't too bad actually.
These look familiar. Accio! Revelio. Accio. What did that burst of magic do? Perhaps I should examine things from both sides of the archway. More statues. Not making this easy on me. Accio!
Let's go over here for now.
I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where?
Well, the question is how to get this platform over on this side, I reckon. Guess that kind of works. I just need to find a way to get up there.
Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides.
Oh, whoops. I could have just gone up here, actually.
Accio! What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different.
guess we gotta go through the archway yet again.
I need to see how the room changes when I move in and out of the archway. Accio!
It works.
I'll never get used to these floors. Revelio!
Leviosa! Incendio! Confringo!
It wasn't very nice.
Leviosa! Incendio! Confringo! Protego! Accio! Leviosa! Stupefy! Accio! Stupefy! Leviosa! Protego! Accio! Confringo! Leviosa! Accio! Incendio!
So far, this hasn't been too difficult with the combat. I didn't even receive any damage yet. I guess it really helps that you could kind of study the combat behavior, and it doesn't like get smarter with time. As the damage increases, I guess.
Accio!
The heck? Almost fell down there.
Don't like the look of this.
Blue Fire King. Welcome in. Ooh. Looks like a boss. Okay.
Accio. Leviosa. Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Confringo. Accio. Leviosa. Confringo. Protego. Confringo. Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo.
Let me sure if I did enough damage to destroy this orb.
Confringo. Leviosa.
Yeah, no. But I'm gonna try.
Protego. Confringo. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Protego. Confringo. Stupid one. Confringo. Protego. Confringo. Protego. Confringo. What a relief.
I mean, that wasn't too bad, I guess. But whole orb thing was a bit off-putting because it didn't really seem like I could destroy it, even though it was one of the optional objectives there. And there was kind of like an auto-aim on it, you know, it would like follow you around a little bit. But fortunately we had enough Wigan Wet potions there to sustain ourselves. That is a tough guy. Accio grenade launcher. Yeah, I wish. Would I beat the boss like that? Yeah, I guess just like attack, dodge, ranged abilities, and try to collect the ancient magic for the special ancient magic attacks.
Another pensive. Revelio.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take. Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you had accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Seems like the origin of a villain right there. Why couldn't he just tell her a lesson about, you know, pain being important? You know? I mean, I get that he kind of like wanted to also send a message that it's not her pain to take and stuff, you know, but he could have also told her a lesson about how pain can actually make you stronger, you know, like what you're feeling is important, and just shutting that away like it never happened won't solve your problem either, you know. So I feel like Rackham is like partially responsible there for her potentially developing in a way that's not too healthy. Given that he's her mentor and everything. Hey there, Timmy. Is one of your favorite games ever made? Oh, is it? Very nice. That's awesome to hear. I'm glad you had a good time with the game. Which house did you choose for your playthrough?
Now to find a way out of here. Revelio!
Severin it picked for you? Ah, very nice. The game wanted me to go for Ravenclaw, but I made my own choice with Hufflepuff instead. Because that's the house that Pottermore sort him into a couple of years back.
That must be the way back to the map chamber.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir. And this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood. We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of Sanbakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next Pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ranrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
My studies. Yes, sir.
Before you go...
I mean, to be honest, the studies at Hogwarts seem a bit trivial in comparison to what we are doing here. But it's still the thing I'm actually more interested in. You know, like visiting classes, learning about potions and dark arts and all that type of stuff.
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
The season actually change from like summer to fall then, I reckon.
I should ask Sirona at the Three Broom...
I've got spectacular news. The broom upgrade's ready. Ha! Stop by the shop when you can.
Well, hell yeah. I was kind of hoping we'd get one soon.
Come and see me about a pressing and highly confidential matter at your earliest convenience. I believe that we may be able to help each other.
Please see me after class once you have completed the tasks I've set for you. I would like to teach you Descendo, useful for pulling objects to the ground.
So many assignments. I think I'm gonna actually teach them or treat them as like passive quests rather. Given how many we have like powered up at this point. Oh.
Revelio.
Pair portrait. The one tickets to pair the still life painting of a boar of a fruit that will giggle before turning into a doorknob to allow entry to the Hogwarts kitchens. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Here's a welcome treat. Delicious.
Oh, we can eat and drink as much as you like.
Revelio.
The House of Living Quarters. Ever practical and creative, the Hogwarts house elves have created a cozy village, like home for themselves among these barrels in the Hogwarts kitchens. Of course, one cannot presume to know what they're really like inside, as house elves have an extraordinary magic of their own.
Revelio.
Okay, I actually want to go to the room of requirement because I have a couple of secret items that I want to unlock here. Okay, let's have a look what we have here. Oh damn, 41 offense. It's pretty good. The shades full. Let's change the look here. Back to the silver-rimmed circular spectacles. Increased venomous tentacular damage. Interesting. This is locked because we haven't gotten to level 17 yet. Increased damage with Bombarda, which I haven't learned yet, but still pretty nice to have. Okay, I think it's definitely time we sell some more stuff here because we're already full again with our gear. So let's go to Hogsmeade and then we can also have a look at the broomstick shop to upgrade our stuff here.
never been a vampire worth knowing.
Welcome back. I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you. I truly appreciate all of your help. What are we looking for today?
1000. Yeah, that's affordable. An enhancement that increases your broom's acceleration and speed.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Nice. Let's also go ahead and sell some stuff here. For money back, essentially.
I must tell you, half of Hogsmeade's been by the shop asking about rumours of a broom upgrade. Without the information you provided, my work would have taken twice as long. Thank you again. It may sound ambitious, but I've already begun work on another upgrade, more difficult to perfect than the last. I wondered, would you be interested in joining forces again? There's another course near Arendelle that Miss Reyes has mastered. If you were to test this first upgrade there, it may help me as I develop the next. Oh, you'll consider it, won't you?
Sounds as if you're really outdoing yourself. If I'm able to help, I will.
Thank you. I know this recent success was only the beginning of what I can do for broom flight. Report back as soon as you can, and we'll be off to the races.
I mean, yeah, that's
off to the races then.
That kind of far away, so I think I'm just gonna pass Shiver there, to be honest. Or at least as close as I can get.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
What is this?
Revelio.
Can't seem to deck with this, can I?
Levioso. Levioso.
For some reason it's only like temporarily going up here.
Incendio.
Maybe now?
Levioso.
Yeah, no idea. Nor do I care. Not here to do completionist anything. Jesus. Look at the FPS of that windmill. That must be like 5 FPS or something. It's better now, apparently. Must have been a bug, because when I go back to his position, it's alright again.
Here we are. Mr. Weeks wasn't wrong about the mountain views.
If it isn't the fastest Hufflepuff.
Hello, Imelda. So, another trial?
Of course it's another trial. And you'd better be taking part.
Does this mean you've changed your mind about me?
Well, you're a step up from the good-for-nothings who usually challenge me. Well, they sit around and hope to be the best. I put in hours of practice. No one sets records by wishing for them. And I need strong competition to stay on top of my game. Are you going to try to beat my flying record or not?
I'm ready to fly.
Finally, a decent challenge.
I'd say that was acceptable. Brilliant. Made it. Now that's more like it. I'd say that was acceptable. This is rather fun.
You've improved, I must admit. That was a bloody good run. Be careful. Earn a reputation for talent around here, and some people get put out about it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Yes, well, I am. Anyway, you didn't do abysmally. I can't deny that. But you'll not have the same luck on the South Coast course.
Hey, the Harbinger. Time missions and those yellow boards kind of remind you of Yahtzee races. PTSD every day. Yeah, funny enough, I really love the races in the Yahtzee games. Oh, I have to admit, in Brotherhood there was at least one that, or two that did taste my patience quite a lot. But in general, I love missions focusing on like movement and speed and stuff. I can be a bit pressuring, you know, with like a timer especially.
You said your reputation for talent put some people out. Like whom?
If you must know, I've had to deal with jealousy from members of my own house. When we were first years, Nerida Roberts and I spent loads of time on our brooms, pledged to fly every day. As my skill on a broom grew, rapidly I might add, Nerida suddenly didn't have time for flying practice. I tried to give her pointers, but she didn't have the natural ability I did. Clearly, she was jealous. Poor thing spends all her time now dawdling by the lake, obsessed with merpeople. Won't even learn to swim. I refuse to downplay my talents to coddle someone else's fragile ego. Anyway, I need to ready the next course. Stop by when it's ready, if you can handle it.
We'll see, won't we? Till next time.
I half expected you to back down. Rest on your laurels. See you at the South Coast trial, if you don't lose your nerve. To race this course again, visit the podium with the leaderboard, where you can start the race and check your time.
Alrighty, let's go back to Hogsmeade here so we can report back to the broomstick guy.
I'll be...
The weeks now.
The Ministry's good work if you can get it.
Back from your latest flight? I want to hear all the particulars.
Good news, Mr. Weeks. With your upgrade, I was able to set a new record at the Irondale course.
Brilliant! I knew the upgrade had fantastic potential. How did your broom feel?
It rides well. Does get a tad shaky at top speed, and the handle wobbles a bit when I hit a strong gust of wind.
Ah, yes. I see. I think I know how to address that. Thank you. I owe you one.
If it means another upgrade, the pleasure's all mine.
You sound as determined as I am to improve broom flight. It's a joy to have a collaborator like yourself. If I'm right, and I do hope I am, you'll be hearing good news from me soon. Thank you again, truly.
Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
Right, so we have a few more main missions here. Beast class, that sounds interesting. The Caretaker's LUNAR LAMENT. So that's how we unlock the lockpicking skill, Alohomora. And we have the Helm of URTKOT, which actually is inside Hogsmeade. Well, I guess since we're in Hogsmeade, I might as well follow up on this questline for now. Another thing, I wanna disable my gloves here. That's better.
Hello there, nice to see you.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Serona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
It seems as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now?
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him, about Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards, even ones as young as you. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in, you'll find an ally in Lodgok.
Thank you, Sirona.
If you find Lodgok, please give him my best. I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
I mean, I haven't done anything. Just the fact that I can wield and see ancient magic as.
Hello. Good to see you outside the castle.
You too, Amit.
Welcome to the Hog's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
You look familiar.
Hello, Lodgok. Sirona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Sirona trusts me, and she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Sirona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
Huh. So what is his connection then to Ranrock? You know, why have they been friends in the first place? Maybe Ranrock turned bad after they parted? Could be.
Very well. I'll retrieve the relic if you promise to share Ranrock's plans with me.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. I'm ready.
Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of URTKOT. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind see things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today. Ah, and there it is, the witch's tomb.
Dreadful-looking place, isn't it?
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
I mean, Kara told us that he only tells about his plans once we give him the helmet, right? So this question is kind of like not worth asking. I'm still gonna do it just in case he does reveal something, but I guess he won't.
It seems Ranrock and Rookwood are conspiring. Why would that be?
I had heard this. When the dark-hearted conspire, they seldom make their full intentions clear to one another. I can only speculate, but I imagine their alliance is uneasy and quite fragile. Let us hope that ours is less so.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here, eagerly awaiting your return. Please, be careful.
It's sealed. Lumos. Moths. Curious. Merlin's beard. Revelio. This can't be the witch's tomb. Likely I need to go further. Lumos.
Must be barred from the other side.
Protego.
That's some PTSD, Harbinger.
Lumos. I have a feeling I'm not alone here.
Fairy must be struck with fire spells to make them vulnerable to other attacks. This for collections many to learn about enemy weaknesses.
Confringo! They're certainly persistent. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
Stench of the dead. So that's how we get it, apparently. I was already wondering, because we needed it for one of the potions. Just had to find the right one pixel opening and fire magic spell through it. It's as easy as that, you know.
Lumos. Protego. Depulso. Lumos.
I mean, I guess that does something.
Depulso.
Indeed.
Lumos. What's that hanging there? Looks precarious. Depulso. Accio. Down I go. No other way. Accio. Revelio. Whoa. Oh!
Okay, so that's how we get back up, I guess. Fair enough.
Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Leviosa. Incendio. Protego. Confringo. Stupefy. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
Nice, level 17. Means I can now equip a legendary gear somewhere, I think. Where was it? Yeah. Elegant runic cape here.
Lumos. Depulso.
Fuck. Why didn't he grab that? Seriously. Why?
This looks even more complex.
This doesn't make any sense. I swear, why can I not climb up these ledges, but I can climb up any other ledge pretty much? Especially since I'm supposed to go up there, right? I mean, yeah, I get, you know, this might be like a puzzle where you have to do it twice, but it doesn't make any sense because usually I can climb up both distances.
To raise that platform. That must be it. Lumos.
At least like keep it, you know, in the game logic. We can do the other stuff that you can usually do.
Depulso. Lumos. Lumos. Depulso. Lumos. Protego. Lumos. Lumos. The witch's final resting place. Lodgok said the helmet was in her sarcophagus. dead Ashwinder. Your compatriots must have made off with the helmet. Lord Gok won't like this. Better show this to Lord Gok. I know there's a mechanism to open this door. Lord Gok, the sarcophagus had been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn! They got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
There they are. The Ashwinders.
Expulso! Incendio! Protego! Incendio! Expulso! 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 Something else to be toyed with. Quite conductive, aren't we? Expulso! Expulso! Now to finish the job. Might want to look up. Expulso! Expulso!
Confringo. Accio. Levioso.
Death from above!
Incendio. Accio. Stupefy.
I don't like this.
Correct.
Revelio. That's it.
This is for Rookwood! I'll watch the light go out of your eye.
Incendio. Levioso.
You will pay for your deeds.
Confringo. Accio.
You've made a grave mistake.
Confringo.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before. I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done! This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile, remarkable.
Eva, Kate, Bessie, welcome in.
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Ah, then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling. You have impressed me greatly, friend. I am glad that I trusted you. We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims might possibly be aligned.
So what about filling me into the plans of Ranrock? Oh. Didn't tell us anything. That's not suspicious at all, is it?
Yeah.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
I've been here before. Okay, let's see where we can head next here. I think I would like to do the Caretaker's LUNAR LAMENT because it unlocks the Alohomora skill, which means you can start lockpicking and stuff.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. From what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, See if you can remove the moon from the statue.
So I guess we just stood there and waited until it was nighttime. Awkwardly staring at each other.
Odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
Honeyduke's Passageway. Hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch is a secret passageway from Hogwarts to the cellar at Honeyduke's. It can only be accessed using a particular charm.
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
Why would I do this? Seems all risk and no reward.
Oh, rest assured, there's very little risk, and there is, in fact, a reward. I will teach you a particularly useful spell. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh! I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Right then. Alahomora. Ah, never mind. It's like automatically unlocked, isn't it? I don't have to assign this one. Was the spell in the book movies? It was, yeah. Yeah, especially in the first movie, it was showcased quite a lot because Hermione used it to get away from Finch. I think it's his name. Where we're kind of like trying to explore the locked off wing, I guess. And then they use Alahomora to get into the room where the three-headed dog is in. And they also later again use it to get past the riddle with the flying keys. But it doesn't work because the door has been enchanted and they instead have to find the right key to open the door. The one with a broken wing.
Aloha, Mora.
Use left and right stick to move the sparks and rotate the dials until both corresponding gears activated to release the lock.
Well done! You're in! Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one can overrun you. This is a restricted area of the castle after all.
Reminder to staff. Hogwarts house elves do an exceptional job of keeping the castle in order. They're seldom unprepared for any number of items that they might encounter each day. However, only the other day, an unexpected stash of wizarding crackers went off from behind a cushion. The cacophony was most untoward, engulfing one poor elf in blue smoke and giving those of us nearby an abominable ringing in our ears for the rest of the day. I expect that the culprit was Peeves. Please keep an eye out and be careful. Matilda Weasley, Deputy Headmistress.
Revenue.
How are you?
Not poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled people. You say that every year, Matilda.
Revelio. This must be the prefect's bathroom. Revelio.
Ranrock and Hislop wouldn't be so combative if the Ministry would allow them to have one.
HELM, I suppose. Anyway, I'm not afraid of a goblin rebellion. My marks in Professor Hecat's class are superb.
I don't think that's what that class is for.
She's right.
Revelio.
I wonder if I could actually stealthily take them down. I mean, I'm definitely not supposed to, but it would be funny if I could.
Students in the hospital wing on account of my venomous tentaculum.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Suppose I should begin my rounds now.
Terribly disappointed about Teddy's being cancelled.
I have tried the Quidditch rules.
It's a majestic sport. Encompasses the whole of the human condition.
Oh, how's that?
Flying about and the golden snitch. Rather a lot like life, isn't it?
Oh, I suppose I should pay closer attention in the next match.
Revelio.
Couldn't they give you an invisibility cloak? Yeah, so they are super expensive apparently, which is why you have to stick to using the spell, which isn't quite as effective, but does at least give us a bit of stealth opportunities here. Jewel-encrusted tortoise shell. Many assume this to be the shell of a fire crab native to Fiji. However, those in the know swear it's a bejeweled tortoise shell created by a mad wizard near Versailles. When the chateau was overrun by Nifflers, the dazzling shell was carried off to be discovered years later by Hogwarts professor on holiday in the Ardennes. Why the fuck is he going up here? I swear. Perfect AI logic.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Does he have to stand exactly there? Now, this guy doesn't see me or what, but the other guy saw me and I was standing on top of a staircase. Makes perfect sense.
Revelio. Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh goodness, you're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
I'll see what I can do, but I'm fairly busy. I can't promise anything.
Understood. but I hope you will find the time. In case it matters, I do have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Revelio.
Portrait of Barufio. This portrait depicts a wizard Barufio framed for his brain elixir, and as an example of what happens when incantations are improperly spoken. He once said S instead of F and found himself on the floor with a buffalo on his chest.
Very good.
Revelio.
Now, artists, let us begin.
Depulso.
Violet. If you get here before me, do us a favor and procure some more meat, would you? I believe one of the fellows hanging in the third floor corridor has another frame somewhere with a nice supply.
Revelio.
Leklan Belenki. This statue depicts the wizard Leklan Belenki, a tall, slender wizard who appears quite proud of himself. What precisely, no one knows.
Depulso. Accio. Revelio.
The haunted toilets. A lesson illustrates it is possibly best to avoid this particular toilet as it is allegedly one of Peeve's favorite pranking spots.
Aloha Mora.
Mine now, dummy guys.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience.
It's kinda gross. I don't wanna be licked at. By like a random beast. The beast petting brush is used to nurture magical beasts. Tap the pet right and then assign the beast petting brush to your spell set.
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed?
It's just Nintendogs or something. Didn't sign up for this.
What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent?
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
It's like a shit took a shit.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald.
Okay, we gotta brush and feed the Kniso.
The Knisos really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
I need to talk to you. Come here.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
I'm not sure. What's this all about?
You'll see. I promise you have nothing to fear. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
Flashback to a third movie where Harry had to do the same. In front of a class in Hagrid.
I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
Honestly, she was a bit intimidating.
She does have a rather stern brow, doesn't she? But look how well you put her at ease.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Just a few quests being thrown at me here. It's crazy how many quests they're throwing at you. Especially like side quests, you know, that you can't really choose in accepting. This gives us appearances. That's curious. Okay, I think we do one more quest today before we're gonna call it, and I think I want to do the Sebastian quest line actually to meet his sister finally. The Shadow of the Estate. I promised Sebastian I would meet him in Feldcroft. He hopes meeting a new student will bring some cheer to his sister Anne. But something ominous is happening in Feldcroft. to say I'm really looking forward to see how the game looks like in the winter time.
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on. I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy. Hey. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
What a dick of a father. It's like, dude, he just wants to help. Way to go.
You had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
It's like, yeah, I better punish my child for trying to do something positive and helping, right? I mean, I get that the father is also frustrated with the whole situation, but way to go. Slow clap.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
I'm gonna fray your last nerve if you keep talking bullshit.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope
could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop.
Okay, so he's for
I
Uncle
hope
then.
you remember what I've said. Good day.
Confringo!
Incendio.
Well, what you looking at now, dude?
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cosy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I mean, to be fair, we already had a flashback where one of the 5th year wielding ancient magic back in RACKHAM'S time tried exactly that, right? To take away the pain of someone. I feel like in this case it's different, you know, like the pain about the loss of someone is different to the pain that you have to do every time, physically, you know, every day. I feel those two things are very different things, physical pain and emotional pain. And if you have a chance to take away physical pain, then I think you should definitely try to do that, you know. Because emotional pain is actually something you can eventually solve, I guess, or endure to a point where it's not as severe anymore. But if you're like permanently in physical pain, it's something that should definitely be taken away from if possible. So maybe at some point we can use our ancient magic to cure her even.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
But I have to say, Sebastian is probably my favorite student character so far. Because I can quite feel his, you know, desire to help his sister, of course, and him trying his best to do so. And also having to deal with his uncle, just, you know, dismissing him for all of his efforts. Quite tragic, you could say.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Ah, good wizard is a dead wizard.
Confringo!
I will make
Potato!
That was unimpressive.
I won't bet.
Confringo! Levioso! Accio!
No!
Incendio!
I will make you pay.
Potato!
You're not stupid for me. I won't rest.
Incendio!
No!
Confringo!
I shall have been.
Accio! Levioso! Confringo!
You've made your last mistake. Seems your heart isn't in this at all. Confringo! Your little magic tricks won't distract.
Levioso! Confringo!
I won't rest. How nice of you
Accio!
to start.
Levioso! Incendio! Levioso! Accio!
Hold it. No! Such anger. I won't rest. Dead.
Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Confringo!
I missed it.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Loyalist, where's Connor? Question is, where's Shardsley?
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelt smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone would be hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
Why is my character smiling? Just now, at least. Something that really puts me off sometimes is that my character seems to be smiling in the most unfitting situations. It already started in the beginning intro when we saw a first death by a guy being devoured by a dragon, and my character was just sitting in the other half of the carriage smiling. And the funny thing is, it seems to be mostly my character model. Because when I watched Levy play the game, her character didn't smile in most situations whenever I watched. So I guess it must be kind of like something I've chosen for my character, that he always has like a smirky look on his face.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her. which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations...
Revelio!
Where is Charles Lee?
I've heard
They
goblin
will
dig
lead me
sites
to
like
Lee.
these are popping up everywhere.
Where are you, Charles?
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more.
I mean, we all know if Charles is nearby, then Connor isn't too far away either.
Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists. Whose home was this?
Bit abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was, a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
Well,
it might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
I reckon it might have been the 5th year one that became a Hogwarts professor. And maybe ancient magic has actually cursed his sister or something. Maybe?
Revelio!
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Depulso!
Can you rename your character to Charles, then Connor will find you? I'm not sure you can rename your character. I kinda wish you could. Yeah, pretty sure you can't. Would be cool if you could though. Because I was already thinking that I would kinda have liked to change my name again. But that's alright. Not to Charles, but something More fitting, maybe.
Stairwell. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Traveled here to learn, but I long to help. My internal struggle is overwhelming. It's as though the magic wants to heal, and I am the one preventing it from doing so. Should I lose hope? Will I forever regret not having done more? I cannot look into their eyes, knowing that I could lessen the burden of heartache. I saw the man leaving camp today, the one who so reminded me of my father. Surely it wouldn't hurt to help him. I could further my research, of course, but that would be a fortuitous consequence of doing something good with his ability. Am I playing this on Xbox or PC? You can on PC. I'm playing on Xbox. Yeah. Without mods even, just text editor. I gotcha. Yeah, I'm playing on the Series X, so I guess it wouldn't be possible then.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. Revelio.
This is my second week in the camp. More arrive each day. The market doctors and even some of our own healers are doing all that they can for them. The grief is palpable. The ones who have survived the plague are forever damaged by the loss. The fever may pass, the skin may mend and scar, but the devastating sorrow remains. I saw men, much like my father, who had lost a child. I couldn't bear it. I longed to give him some shred of relief. I'm beginning to think that the others are wrong. I have the power to help these souls. It seems as arbitrary not to help them as it would be to rid them of their torment.
A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Revelio. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos.
Do I have to conjure this away, maybe? I guess it works.
Believe this? I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note? Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts?
You did not? Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
I still believe that Anne has been cursed by ancient magic, to be honest. But we still have to find out, I reckon. But yeah, I feel like there's definitely a connection because, of course, Isidora has been also talking about taking away the pain of people and stuff, you know. And there's exactly the same thematic about Anne as well. But yeah, we're gonna find out next time though, because for now we're gonna go and save here. And yeah, this is gonna be where we will call it today for Hogwarts Legacy. I want to thank you all so much for coming by and for joining me for another stream of this. I'm gonna come back to more of Hogwarts on Thursday and continue here with the next trial most likely, because currently we're of course setting everything up to learn more spells and stuff, so we are fully prepared for the second major trial. But yeah, for today this is gonna be it. I'm gonna go and raid out to Rod if he's still actively streaming, because he's still playing some Evil Within, it seems. And I don't usually get a chance to raid him that often. So yeah, I'm gonna take it today to do so. If you wanna come along with the raids, there's some raid emotes you can copy and paste if you like. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow with more of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We're gonna continue with the London story arc and then also make our way to Asgard. And yeah, then on Thursday we will come back to more of Hogwarts Legacy. So until then, thanks again for being here. Thanks also again for follows Bluefire King and Kate Bezzy. And thank everyone else for joining. And yeah, I will catch you over at Rod's. Until next time.